How's it going, guys? I'm Rubik's Cube and welcome to Gaming Evolved, and in today's video we have another loadout for you guys, but hopefully you did enjoy that little brief intro clip where I was going ham with the spaz. So what happened was I'd spawned in, gotten destroyed, so I decided I would try the smoke grenades. I spawned in using the smoke grenades, I threw them down into that little hallway, and I just kind of went for it, and somehow the team did not see me, and I managed to get myself a nice little flank, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I decided to throw it in for you guys. So hopefully you did think that was kind of cool. But let's go ahead and move on to this loadout. Alright, so in today's loadout we've got the Spaz 12 with the ACOG, the laser sight, and the 12 gauge slugs. And for a secondary they wanted me to use the Rex, but unfortunately I did not have that unlocked, and I really didn't want to go into single player and get all that stuff unlocked, so I just went with the 44 Magnum, which is basically the same thing, and it's completely naked. And then for our gadgets, we've got the C4 and the Riot Shield. Of course, we got the dreaded Riot Shield, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did not make great use of this thing because it is pretty much dog shit, so I kind of tried to do the best I could with it, but you'll see later on. I mean, there's not much you can do with the Riot Shield, basically. But anyway, besides the Riot Shield, this was actually a pretty solid loadout. And I had personally never used the slugs before, because I primarily stick to buckshot if I do use shotguns, which I rarely do. But if I have to use a shotgun, or if I feel like I want to, I will always throw on the buckshots, because they're just way better. The slug, well, it does deal more damage, because it's just a single projectile. It is a little bit finicky and kind of annoying to shoot, and you really don't want to be hip firing too much, so I definitely did not make great use of my laser sight, because honestly, it just was not worth the frustration of shooting, missing, and getting mowed down, so I decided it'd be better if I just ADS most of the time, and that actually allowed me to do fairly well, because in the beginning, I did try to hip fire a little bit more than you see in the video, and that was just not going too well. I was getting wrecked left and right, so I was like, screw that, let's just ADS with this gun. So even though there was a laser sight, I definitely tried my best to stay away from that. Now, moving on to my gadgets in my secondary, I was using the Riot Shield and the C4 for my gadgets, and let's just say the Riot Shield did not get much action. I mean, this thing is, you guys know, it's pretty much useless. I mean, if you put this thing on, you're pretty much doing it for a joke, or you just don't know about Battlefield 4 and you think it's good, because the Riot Shield in Battlefield 4 is basically a rubber dildo. In fact, I would actually wager that a rubber dildo would actually be more effective in combat, but you know what, that's beside the point. Basically what I'm trying to say, Riot Shield, not good at all. In fact, it was so utterly useless, I really didn't get any gameplay with it. I got a kill here or there. I got one, I think. I didn't even show it in the gameplay because it was so useless. He was just laying down, and I just hit him in the back a few times, and he died. But honestly, the Riot Shield, it's just not even worth pulling out because it's that bad. It can't stop explosives. It can't stop bullets. I mean, it stops a few bullets, but then it just shatters the glass, and it's just pretty pathetic. So, but moving on from the Riot Shield, guys, the 44 Magnum was actually a lot of fun to use. I was a little bit rusty in the beginning getting those shots, and I was struggling to figure out the distance and where to shoot and get those headshots. But once I figured it out, I started dropping people left and right because the 44 Magnum, if you've got the right accuracy, this can be a devastating weapon, and so I finally figured that out and started having a ton of fun, just mowing people down, getting on some nice kill streaks with this thing. And even though this 44 Magnum was completely naked and didn't have anything on it, I still had a pretty good time and managed to do fairly well. But if I could go back and redo this class, I probably would have added on a red dot sight of some sort, maybe the mini RDS, because I think that's my favorite one for the pistols, and it would have allowed me to be a bit more accurate, which is kind of important with the 44 Magnum, because those headshots are really what's going to drop the enemies extremely quickly. So besides adding a red dot sight of some sort, I probably would have left the loadout just as it is. Alright guys, so instead of talking for the next minute and a half on the rest of this loadout, I'm going to give you a quick little montage of some of the clips I got while I was recording. So make sure if you guys do enjoy, drop a like, it does help us out, and until next time guys, stay buttery.